What is up, everybody? My name is Valerix the God's Demon. Today, doing a review on my self-MOC, Valerix the God's Demon, the 2016 version. Now, since you can always update a MOC and change him, since the video, he has gone through a couple changes. So, most notably, his lower arms right here, and his ribbed abdomen, and then a little bit on the back. So a little bit of backstory. Valerix is what you would call an infirmiter demon, or inferior. Born really small and weak. It's obviously not the case for him. There is always one alpha, which was his father, Neltharion. Now, his father never liked Valerix, never liked his mom. So basically, Valerix grew up as a bullied child, weak and small, always beat by his father, as well as his mom was beat right in front of him all the time, until one day he decided to come home and found his father murdering his mother before his eyes. Now, this is where Valerix, he died, and the reason he may look scrawny in some points like this, I mean, I want to cover it up, but I might keep it, and those, and then his legs, and then his chest, is it's mirroring the image of what he looked like whenever he died or was murdered. So his chest was all ripped apart, heart torn out, same thing with his belly. Maybe the same case for his arms where they have bone over here. Same place for some of the joints. So yeah, there's that. Once dead or passed, Valerix was always sad and depressed. He never did anything wrong, even though he was a demon. So he was resurrected by God as the God's Demon. The God's Demon basically is there to help and to protect anybody that there is. Reason being, he does have angel wings, which are still a work in progress, so I'll post that whenever I get the chance. So I guess that's it that I want to share for backstory. So yeah, we can get right into the MOC. As you see, he has his sword and everything, which his sword is actually sentient, but I'll get to that here in a little bit. So let's go down and scroll into his feet. So before I do that, actually no, let's go keep it. So these are his feet. Sorry for moving the camera. These are his feet, which most notably modeled after that of a T-Rex's foot, even though it only has 2 toes on the front and 1 toe on the back. His toes are articulated, which what I like to do is say he's doing a kicking pose or a grabbing pose. I'll articulate his toes to where they look like eagle talons or something like that. So there's that. Sorry about that. I'm a little worked. I just got off work, so let's see. Can take these. See, in here he has 2 ball joints, one to hold his armor and one for the foot. And his third toe is actually connected via a different connection. Maybe I can. No, I don't have any more light. Sorry about if that's dark, but you can see that. Articulation. This can go pretty much all around, and then these can go up and down, left and right a little bit, like so. So there's that, and then most of the time when we set him down, his toes will adjust to the ground. Let's move up a little bit. As you can see, his legs are kind of skinny in here. Reason being, I want to kind of continue his motif a little bit. Let's see, I'll turn to the side here. So here's the side of his leg. I'm gonna move the camera, sorry about that. It's the side of his leg. See, as this spreads apart sometimes down here, which is very annoying, but just push that back together. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the camera. Good lord. Anyway, get this cord out of my way. So, here is his lower leg. He has digidegrated legs, so there's 3 segments of the leg instead of 2. Move his arm out of the way. And here, it can go back quite a ways, actually. So there's that. And then his middle segment can do about this much. And his top segment can go pretty much anywhere you want it. Let me zoom out a little bit. Can pretty much go anywhere you want it. I'm like the master of using these pieces now because they're so useful. Okay, his waist is actually a custom waist, which he needed, because I was using a Vaki waist before, which if you were to look at some of my older videos about a year ago, you'll see that he has a Vaki waist and like a really skinny lower section right here. So there's that right there. I don't know what this is. I guess it's like muscular, but like really just to decorate and fill it in. See, we move it right here. He has like the ribbed abdomen, which this was actually pretty easy. As you can see, I used like the little minifigure blasters to connect it right about there. It wasn't too hard to do, but they are kind of like tedious and want to fall off pretty easily, so you gotta be careful with them. And I can't grab them like from there. He does have waist articulation, as you can see in there, but I'm too lazy to move it. He actually has 4 points of connection in his waist, which one in the back, 2 on either side, and then 1 in the center right there. Hands, oh, I love his hands. Custom hand designs are almost my favorite designs in the world. Go ahead and zoom in here. So here's his hand. This thing is like connected via this little T-piece here, there. Like via this T-piece right here. So I mean, it could move out and in. It's not supposed to, but all his fingers are articulated, and his thumbs are articulated. He has like a little Technic bit in there, so he can like hold like flame pieces like that. Can't really see my hand, but yeah. Speaking of which, like the thigh, you'll see that I use these pieces, these Technic pieces, a lot in this MOC. Let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of those, because 2 in the torso. 13 of those used in the MOC. There's just, I guess, just super like useful, I guess. His hand can move out and in, and then to the side about that much, and then to this side about that much. So it gets a pretty good, decent amount of, like movement. So here we look at the lower arm. Lower arm I changed since the video, which I just need it to be longer and look more normal. I mean, I guess you could say since he's a demon, he doesn't have the same anatomy as a human, but I don't know, I like it. Oh crap, that reminds me, I actually forgot about his tail. I lengthened his tail a little bit, which he has articulation. There's bone segments all throughout this, so most of it's can't move like outward, and that's for a reason, because sometimes he might need his tail for stability, like say during poses or something like that. Upper arm, let's move that up. I don't know what I was doing here. I guess I just need a flat surface, because on the other side I need to add his God's Demon symbol. But see up here it has like 2 points of articulation, so 1 right here, which can move all around, and the same thing with this one. So you can get quite a good motion of articulation. Same thing with the other arm. His head is completely custom, which right now I'm actually going to take his sword out of his hand, which you can actually see how his sword connects. It connects right here. See if I can pop that out. Right there. Then you see that. That's where it connects right there. Sorry if I'm shaky. It's quite hot in here too. But yeah, there's that. There's his hand. His hand's actually, believe it or not, really simple, but I really like them because they're custom. So let's get a better look at his chest. Here he has his flame. Since he doesn't have a heart, his life force is a flame, and no, it can't just be blown out or hit with water. It's almost like a soul, like that, like ethereal energy is that flame. So there's that. So yeah, I like filled these in to look like more muscles and stuff like that, but we'll look at the head, which is on a ball joint right there. It doesn't look too good from the side, but I need that gap there for the jaw to open. And his horns can move and stuff like that. Oh, there you see his jaw moving, but they're not supposed to. Over here I have a glow-in-the-dark dark eye for his left like blind eye, and then his normal eye color. In here you can see I used like a snake for a tongue, which just clips in via like one of those little Exoforce hands. Overall, like he's a bit of a deceptive MOC. Like he looks really complicated, like for the most part. But if you were to start building him, the most complicated of the MOC would probably be right in here. It's really not that hard to do. Look at the back. These always come unaligned. See, so I changed, oh my bad, I changed these so they weren't sticking out on the bottom so far. He still has this and that little gap. Maybe I'll fill that in, I don't know. So there's that. I'm thinking of ordering some like tires and stuff off Bricklink, like better fill this in and parts of his arms and stuff like that. I also need one more Onua mask because I might just put them on his legs, like 2015 Bakari. So yeah, so that's Valerix out of the way. I need to just set him over here. Sorry about that. Here is his sword. Actually, I might bring him back into frame. His sword is actually almost as tall as him. So it's pretty big. Valerix comes about like, I'm pretty sure 19.8 inches tall. So he's pretty tall. Here's a sword. This sword is actually based off of Chaos Eater from the Darksiders franchise, which I love. Here, these are just like to add more shaping to the blade. And then I added like some weird like cloth around the thing that I found. And then it like comes in the back and I plug this part in so it keeps it there. It's pretty hefty, but he can actually hold it above his head by himself, like here. I'm pretty sure I could show you that. I mean, it might take a little bit of tinkering, but he can hold it above his head without like support from anything else. So let's go ahead and hand this down. This helps with like putting it in his hand. See, I can do this. See, it plugs in right in there. Slow moving. It's pretty, like, it weighs a lot, so I mean, you kind of have to just like fiddle. Oh, that broke. That's another part of his hand that breaks off a lot. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And then over and put his thumb in there. Now let me make sure he's going to stand properly real quick and put his sword up. There we go. So, see if I can move it back a little bit. Uh-oh. On top of his head. Sorry this is taking so long. Come on, guy. Just stand. There we go. Okay. So, I can move this back and this up. So yeah, he can do that. Which I'm actually surprised considering how weak the little bone is in there. So, I said earlier I'd talk about the Evisceration Blade. The Evisceration Blade is actually a multi-universal death god entrapped in the sword. The sword itself is a prison. So, basically the sword, anytime he, say, fights an enemy and he kills them, the soul will go into the sword, which feeds Demakar, the name of that death god, and keeps him sealed away in the blade. And every time he kills like a formidable enemy, another rune will show up on the blade. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the review of my self-MOC Valerix, the God's Demon. And I'm also sorry about the lack of uploads. I've been super busy lately. So yeah, there's that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.